Hi guys, it's me, Ethan, and welcome to part 4 of Perilous by Professor Underpants. Chapter 16, Fluffy and Cheeseburger. This is Fluffy Nose and Cheeseburger Wolfie. Fluffy's the kid on the left with the tie and the flat top. Cheeseburger's the one on the right with the t-shirt and a haircut. Remember that now? It really George and you. We've got to do something. Cried Fluffy. But what? Said Cheeseburger. We're smaller than 2 mice. What could we possibly use? Let's go find our friend, Captain Underpants. Said Fluffy. So Fluffy and Cheeseburger ran to Mr. Pie Biscuit's office, aka Mr. Crop, and found them cowering under his desk. I can't believe I'm about to do this, said Fluffy. But here comes nothing. Fluffy snapped his fingers. Snap. Suddenly, a strange change came over the Lumpy Pie Biscuits. His worried frown quickly turned into a heroic smile. He rose from behind the desk and thrust down his chest. In no time at all, Mr. Pie Biscuits had removed his outer clothing and tied a red curtain around his neck. Cha-la-la, cha-la-la, he sang the hero. Captain Underpants is here. Cool, it's a Cheeseburger, but for now I have to call yourself Buttercup Chicken Feed. Like the guy in the journal suit says so. Hey, said Captain Underpants, I don't take orders from anyone. Great. Now fly out that window and bring back that big machine thingy with the long lid on top. Yes, sir, said Captain Underpants. Chapter 17, Captain Underpants to the rescue. Captain Underpants flew into the ground, grabbed the goosey girl for dancing, but on his way back, he was spotted by Professor Poopy Pants. The evil professor zapped Captain Underpants with a bit of energy from the streaky picked dozen. Blizzard. Suddenly, the wasting warrior began to shrink even smaller than before. He flew back to the tiny school carrying an extremely small goosey girl for dancing and dropped it into Fluffy's hands. Hey, where's Captain Underpants? Asked Fluffy. I don't know, said Cheeseburger. I think he got shrunk so small that we can't see him anymore. Well, said Fluffy, at least we have this little invention thingy. How's that going to help us? Asked Cheeseburger. I thought Professor Poopy Pants used it to make the pencil grow really big, said Fluffy. It's our only hope of ever getting back to normal size. I hope it still works, said Cheeseburger. Fluffy and Cheeseburger dashed to the school kitchen, climbed up the ladder onto the roof. Maybe if we jacked the school with us, and everybody will grow back to normal size. Said Fluffy. Good idea, said Cheeseburger. Then we can all run away. Chapter 18. Are you there, God? It's us, Fluffy and Cheeseburger. Fluffy planted the goosey girl for dancing at the roof of the school and got ready to press the button, but the boys were spotted by Professor Poopy Pants. Quickly, he turned his mighty robotic hand, and Fluffy and Cheeseburger flew out. Down like they tumbled through the air. Oh no, said Cheeseburger, we're going down. Wait a second, cried Fluffy. Do you have a piece of paper on you? Yes, screamed Cheeseburger. Right here, it's in my pocket. But what good is it going to do us? Quick, cried Fluffy. Put it into a paper airplane. What kind of paper airplane? Asked Cheeseburger. Any kind, screamed Fluffy. Just do it now. Quickly, Cheeseburger poured the paper into the cooking living water. How's this? He screamed. Great, young honey. Now hold it steady. Fluffy pointed. Yeah, Fluffy. Now hold. Fluffy pointed the tiny goosey girl for dancing at Cheeseburger's airplane, and he pressed the button. Gluzzer. Suddenly, Cheeseburger's airplane grew to an enormous size. Fluffy and Cheeseburger flopped down onto it, and the paper airplane took off, gliding through the air. Oh man, cried Cheeseburger. I can't believe that worked. Yeah, Fluffy. Chapter 19, The Flight of the Goofy Glider. Fluffy and Cheeseball had to admit that it was pretty cool flying over the city streets on a paper airplane. They didn't even seem to mind the fact that they were only about an inch tall, but you can probably imagine the boys' concern when they started heading straight for a wood chipper. Oh no, cried Fluffy, we're gonna get wood chipped to death. Cheeseball couldn't look. He put his hands over his eyes and waited for the inevitable. But suddenly, swoosh, the paper airplane swerved sharply and missed the wood chipper altogether. Hey, cried Fluffy, how did that happen? I don't know, said Cheeseball, I'm not steering this thing. The boys had barely caught their breath when a small dog noticed the airplane and came running after them. Oh no, cried Cheeseball, we're going to get eaten by a wiener dog. Fluffy covered his eyes this time. But when you know the airplane swerved sharply and upward and at the range of the little dog altogether. Are you doing that, Cheeseball? No, so you must be doing it. Clop. Finally, the paper airplane landed in a wet, sticky pile of hot blacktop. Yuck, said Fluffy. What could be worse than getting stuck in a pile of blacktop? Maybe getting crushed by a big steamroller thingy, said Cheeseball. You sure have an active imagination, said Fluffy. No, I don't, said Cheeseball as he pointed upward. Look! Oh no, screamed Fluffy. We're gonna get steamrolled to death. Here's the biggest, that's the biggest. Steam. Just then, the boys were yanked up by the backs of their shirts and carried off through the air to safety. Something's got a hold of us, cried Cheeseball, but I can't see what it is. It must be Captain Underpants, said Fluffy. We just can't see him because he's so small. Hey, said Cheeseball, I'll bet he was steering the airplane out of danger too. Our hero, the boys shouted. Chapter 20. Extra large underpants. Fluffy and Cheeseball landed safely in his abandoned alley. We got to enlarge Captain Underpants so he can fight Professor Poopy Pants, said Fluffy. The fate of the entire planet is in our hands, but how can we enlarge him if we can't even see him? Asked Captain Cheeseball. Good questions. What? Said Fluffy. Wait, said Cheeseball, I got an idea. He called Captain Underpants as loud as he could. Captain Underpants, we can't see you, but if you can hear us, fly over and land on my finger. We have a machine that can make you big again. The boys had waited a few seconds to look, said Fluffy. Cheeseball, there he is. See, he's that little tiny speck on my finger. Now just aim the machine at the little speck. But don't zap my finger, okay? Don't worry, said Fluffy. I am a great shot with this thing. I will zap your glazart. Oops, sorry. The good news was that Captain Underpants had grown large and was now visible. The bad news was, well, let's just say that Cheeseball was going to have an awful hard time picking his nose with his right hand from now on. Fluffy gave Captain Underpants a few more shots from the greasy growth for 1,000. The Wasteman Warrior grew and grew until he was 10 stories high. Finally, the colossal captain had toward a preposterous professor. A showdown was about to begin. The little boy from Chapter 13 happened to be walking by with his mother, and he looked up and saw a giant man in his underwear getting ready to fight a huge giant in the middle of the sea. Mine, said the little boy. What? Asked his mother. Never mind. Chapter 21, the incredibly great balance chapter. In football round 1, the following chapter contains scenes that are so intense and horrific that they may not be suitable for viewing by people who can't take a joke. If you are easily offended, or if you tend to blend off society's evils on TV shows and cartoon characters, please run to your nearest supermarket and get a line. They're located in the Get Real section next to the clues. Good luck! Throughout the history of great art, there have been many times when artists have defined their own unique styles, creating what is known as a movement. For example, there was the Renaissance movement, the Impressionist movement, and even the pop art movement. Today, many art scholars agree that the early 21st century may go down in history as the Flip-A-Rama movement. Let's enjoy this great art form and marvel at its energy, cultural significance. Shall we? Professor Poopy Pants packed a powerful punch. But the headbutting hero halted the horror. The beast went back down the back like behemoth. The wasteman warrior won the war. Chapter 22. The 22nd chapter. Professor Poopy Pants have been defeated, and everybody in the school in True Riley, they are still small, but at least they got their own names. So I got Shrink Lily, don't have a silly name. Me too, so Mr. Director. Hey, cried George, let's all give Captain Pants a big hand. Hell was not used. Hell was not used. Oops, said George. Sorry. That's okay, Sarah. Give me that invention thingy so I can talk this back to normal. Harold had the Goosey Girl 4000 and his giant hair exact George and himself. That is every part of himself except for his giant hair and glasser. Suddenly, George and Harold were back to their normal sizes again. Boys, said George, we sure have tested the limits of science today. Yep, said Hal. And lots of our readers, willing suspension of disbelief. Yeah, said George. That too. George and Hal picked up their tiny school and carried it back to where it belonged. George got ready to zack the school with the Goosey Girl 4000, while Harold prepared to zack Captain Underpants with the Shrinky Pig 2000. I sure hope this works, said George. Me too, said Hal. Chapter 23. To make a long story short, it did. Chapter 24. The chapter before the last chapter. George took Captain Underpants over to the bushes behind the school and ordered him to dress back up like Mr. Crump. Let's go, Bob, said George. We haven't gone all day. Then Hal had some fun with the garden hose. In no time at all, Mr. Crump was back to his old nasty self again. Soon the cops showed up to arrest Professor Poopy Pants. There's one thing I don't understand, said George to the professor. What happens tomorrow to change your own name instead of forcing the rest of the world to change theirs? Gosh, said Professor Poopy Pants, I never thought of that. A few weeks later, George received a letter from the Pickwater State Penitentiary. Dear George and Hale, sorry I'm not trying to overthrow the world and everything. I decided to take your advice and change my name so that people won't laugh at me anymore. From now on, I'll be going by my grandfather's name on my mother's side. It's such a relief knowing that nobody will ever make fun of my name again. Signed, Tippy Tinkle Trousers. Ha 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 he he he. Chapter 25. The chapter after the chapter before the last chapter. I learned something. What's that, Phil? I learned that it's not nice to make fun of people, said George. Wow, said Hal. I think this is the first time one of our stories have ever had a moral. Probably the last time too, said George. Let's hope so, said Hal. But George and Hal had forgotten about their other moral they had learned along the way, which was don't ever hypnotize your principal, because if you do, your life can go from bad to worse. At the snap of a finger, snap, snap. Oh no, screamed Harold. Here we go again, screamed George. Try fun facts, a chart where I found his name so we can find your new name. Now available, the graphic novel that started when we were in kindergarten. We made up our first hero ever, Dogman. Me too. Now Dogman starts his own full-length graphic novel series. So wag your tails at the How at the Moon. The Adventures of Dogman are ready for you. That's why I'll be reading when we finish the whole chapter. Finish reading the other books. Get ready for action, suspense, romance, snitching, and laughs. Laugh your tails off. Read it to your dog. And then fetch your copy soon. Get ready to howl with laughter. Alright guys. Next I'll be reading Wrath of the Wicked Witch Woman. See you tomorrow for Wrath of the Wicked Witch Woman. Bye.